opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services, Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Well, the only people we have in the chat room right now are all Facebookers and all Filipinos. We have Vanessa in the house and Jambi Dammit and May Lali. And I know who won't be in here tonight. We'll get into that in a little bit. We got somebody that y'all have come to recognize in the chat room from time to time, but I'm pretty sure will not be here tonight. And we'll get into that in a little bit. And I'm May Lali. And let's see. I'm pretty sure I'll be here by myself tonight. It is nerd night for Bob. And Coltrane wrote us earlier, said they're going through a little personal shit in the family. So they'll be handling that. And we may not be here long tonight. It has been a lengthy, long day for me today. Woke up very early this morning. Had a full day of work I had to do. Then I had to go to a sleep study consultation today, late in the afternoon. And was told there's a medication that they need to put me on. That number one will help me sleep. Number two will probably help me lose a fair amount of weight. It's like Wegovy, only they say better and safer. But on the negative side, I have to do another sleep study to make sure the medication won't kill me. So I know there's not very many of you in here right now, and there may not be. I don't know what the hell we're going against tonight. Cincinnati Reds baseball, I guess. And so we'll have to do that sleep study. I think that'll officially be done before September, as best as I can recollect from everything that we went through today. But we'll have the sleep study done before then, and then they'll determine what medication they have to put me on. My sleep is absolutely horrible. Always tired, always worn out. Even when I get a nap or get 3 to 6 hours sleep, it's just I wake up tired and go to bed more tired. I mean, it's about the best way I can describe it. And I get 6 to 8 hours sleep in a 24-hour period. It's just normally done in 3 stages. So no one on YouTube is going to speak tonight. Like I said, there's no one on Facebook is going to donate anything. That's for sure. May Lee is needing some help with the prescriptions for her children. Some medications are needing. I think it's going to cost a grand total of about $25 from what she told me. Jambi can always use a little help with her kids and dogs when it comes to rice for them. And let's see. Ruby May needs help with their electric bill for her family, which is also about $25, if I remember correctly. Doesn't sound like the end of the world, but it's a lot of money to them. So those are some of the main things we're working on right now. I know that Anna Rose is needing some help with a few things. That was coming to about $35 for everything that Anna Rose was needing help with her siblings. Her parents died, and she raises three of her brothers and sisters, and they live in a tent and not a good one. Just to give you an idea. So those are some of the main people. And I think Mylene was needing a little bit of help as well. And, well, there's a new name. And let's see. And I don't expect we'll hear from Billy Sellers tonight, because this was the day that Billy Sellers was supposed to have made good. He had committed 2 months ago to donating $200 in exchange for one of the John Cena autograph posters. And then whatever happened last month, that didn't happen. So this month was supposed to be the month. So Billy writes me yesterday, says, Kenny, did you get my donation? A donation, purchase, whatever you want to call it. Fine with me either way. And I said, nope, you have to make one before we get one. So I checked Venmo and PayPal, which are the 2 ways he normally donates, and there wasn't anything there, of course. So I wrote back and said, no, Billy, you have to make the payment before we get it. So no, there's nothing there. So I don't hear anything back from him. So I go to his Facebook page, and he probably got mad at me for doing this. All right. And I noticed out of his 93 friends for Billy, I'm the only real one he's got. The others are all fake female accounts. There might have been a couple of men mixed in there, but mainly fake female accounts. We did some research just randomly picking some and cross-referencing them, and many of them got traced back to men. They're not even women running the accounts, and they're trying to bilk him out of money. And so I pointed it out to him. I said, out of the 93 friends you got, I'm about the only real one you got. And we sent him screenshots of all the names, and just out of the ones we just bothered to cross-reference, they were all traced back to men posing as females, trying to get money out of Billy or whoever else they can con in to get money out of. So that's how that went. And now I'm blocked. So doesn't look like there's going to be any $200 out of Billy, and which he promised a couple of months ago. But we already spent the money because he promised he'd donate it. So if there's any 4 decent human beings out there, or maybe 8 decent human beings that can help us make that up, that would be fantastic, because we thought he was good for it. All right, I thought he was good for it. I was warned by others. So he might be rushing back to the other show by now. I don't know. Let me check my messenger messages. But yeah, I think Bob is participating in Nerd Night. Oh, I unblocked Karen McDonald, by the way, to let him know that his Padres suck and that he never did pay the rest of his debt from a bet he made with me pushing about a year ago. And he still hadn't made good. So I unblocked him long enough to have an opportunity to make good on a bet he made with me. And then he doubled or nothing the bet, and then still didn't make good. He made good on half of it. He still owes half. He paid 100. He still owes another 100. So I unblocked him long enough to see if he'll make good on that. And he's got till tonight to do that. He ain't going to do it because he's had a year and he ain't done it yet. But just to prove, I am starting to get so irritated with some people. But Karen McDonald, whatever, this is your night to make good. And if you do, you and I'll be fine. You're forgiven for dragging this shit out for a year, almost a year. And if not, then we'll go back to the way things was. You'll go back to Blockville, and we'll see you in a year. See if you make it. We're going to start charging interest here for long. There's Anna Rosa. Hi, sir. Thank you so much for helping me. Well, we've tried. My brother and sister and our grandfather. Yeah, I know. I've tried. And we're going to try to help you if we get some donations tonight. But one of the people that was supposed to help ain't going to. Well, we actually got 2 people that owe us money. And I don't think we're going to get anything out of either one of them. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. And so far, we haven't even had any of the members speak yet out of the 30 people that are watching the show. So I don't know. And I would say it's pretty safe to say we don't have any donations either. But I'll look. I will look. We'll be here 30 minutes regardless, one way or the other. CBS. Nope. No donations. And as tired as I am and the mood I'm in, I sure won't be hanging around past 30 minutes if we don't do anything. We need to make a $60 minimum in order to hang around. And if not, if Edge Copeland's watching, well, I think Edge said he's working. I don't know. Me and Edge had a serious talk about politics, bad people, people that associate with bad people. And talk about that. And yeah, if you want to interact with the show, you have to have a membership or you have to make a donation. I'm pretty sure the new person that spoke won't be saying much or anything. Let's see here. So that was the health update on me as far as the sleep study and all that stuff goes. I'll have to do it in order to save my life because shit has been real bad for about 2 or 3 months right now. It's been real bad. And that's why I had to go see my primary care doctor, get referred to a sleep study specialist. And, oh, by the way, wearing the Macklemore shirt tonight. I haven't worn this thing in forever. That is my Macklemore shirt. Forgot I even had it, to be honest with you. And good old Macklemore. If I'd have known how to get it to play clearly, I would have probably played Can't Hold Us, backed up by Ray Dalton. But something's weird because only one person has spoken from YouTube. I guess he's got it set up. Yeah, it's set up for YouTube. But the only people speaking so far are Facebookers and then one non-member out of the 35 people that are watching the show. And now if anybody makes a donation, let me know, and then we'll look for it. Had to reactivate my lights to work by voice command today. Well, hang on here. Apparently, we have a $10 donation. I admit we have a $10 challenge. I had not seen this. This came well before the show. Robert Palmer from England has made a $10 challenge. Well, thank you, Robert. So at least we won't get shut out tonight. Yeah, Robert Palmer with a $10 challenge. That came at 3:30 in the afternoon. I was at the doctor's office by then. Oh my God. I do not believe this. The young lady that I booked a hotel with today, her name is Samantha. And that's really all I ever ask of these hotel managers. What's your name? Name's Samantha. She had me call her Sammy. I told her about my squirrel named Selfish Sammy. We get into birthdays, and Samantha's birthday is March the 16th, the same as me and my son and Choco. And so we got a bit of a kick out of that. So I just got an email from Samantha. And you guys are never in a million years are going to guess what Samantha's last name is. Not spelt exactly. It's missing a letter. Samantha Cornett, who is, I think she said, 37 years old. And she lives in somewhere in Michigan. Yeah, that was the hotel I booked today. She lives somewhere in Michigan. And her last name, as I just now learned as I looked at my email, Samantha, who has my birthday, her last name is Cornett. I'll have to find out if that's a married name or a maiden name. I'm sure I'll talk to her tomorrow. Yeah, there it is. And then she goes by Sammy Cornett. Oh, my God. Well, I guess I got another video for her to look up. That is unreal. That is unreal. I got tagged in a video on Twitter by Tommy No, who used to be a ring announcer also in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He and I both shared those duties from time to time. And Tommy posted a video that featured a match with Brad Armstrong and Buddy Landell that I had a lot to do with in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, along with Mark Curtis, who was the referee at that time. And Natasha let us know she's watching the show. Well, we gathered that because, well, no, you haven't spoken here yet. Natasha's watching the show. And Natasha had some needs also today for her family. But we're going to have to do better than $10. We're not going to be able to help anybody. And I'm only going to be here not much longer. It's 9:26. If we make $60, I'll stay beyond 30 minutes, but that ain't looking good. Because Paul RJ is the only member who has said a word tonight. And then Robert Palmer made a $10 challenge. So I will be here till 9:40. That'll be roughly 30 minutes. And if we make it to 60, I'll stay an hour. And if not, I'll wrap it up. And we'll try it again on Thursday. It's first of the month. You think somebody donate a little something? But yeah, you won't be seeing Billy Sellers' name in here tonight. Not after the shit he tried to pull. I'm sure he's ran his way back over to that other podcast that gets a kick out of shit like that. That would be my guess anyway. He could prove me wrong, but he won't. And Karen McDonald, if you'd ever like to pay your debt, not a donation, it's called a debt when you make a bet and don't pay it. But he ain't going to do that either. I just wanted to prove he wasn't going to. Told me he missed me. Not enough to pay his debt, I guess. See, when your word ain't no good to me, it hurts me a little bit. We hadn't heard from Donald Flowers in a while. Bad Chris chats a lot, but he never donates. Looking through here. All right. Yes, Tyler, Billy backed out of his commitment. Claimed he sent it yesterday, but he knew he didn't. And when I called him out on it, he got mad. And then we showed him he had 92 fake friends. A lot of them were men. He didn't like that. So no, yeah, hi TC. Yeah, he backed out of it. He could prove us wrong, but he ain't going to. He ain't going to. So I got a feeling he'll be running back to that other show. We were nice to him over here, but don't, don't make a fucking commitment and then not go through with it, because that just fucks the people over, and me eventually. Because when we trust you, then we spend the money. So, not very happy with Karen McDonald or Billy right now, because, as I said earlier, it irks me when people don't go through with their word or their promise. It irks me a lot. So, but hi, TC. And no, and I think a lot of, I tried to give Billy the benefit of the doubt. We had people on this show said Billy's not going to do that. He is not going to honor his word. And I said, no, Billy, do it. Because Billy doesn't want to go back through that anymore. TC has donated $10. So we've made 20 tonight. But we need to raise 30 per family for about 3 of the families, and then about 35 for another family. And like I said, if you give a shit about others, this is a good place to be. It's the first of the month. I don't know. And like I said, Bob's participating in Nerd Night tonight. Coltrane's got some personal shit going on with his family he needs to deal with. And I've had a hell of a day too, but here I am trying to honor my commitments on Tuesdays and Thursdays, occasional weekends. Let's see, it's 9:30. Well, we got 10 more minutes. We'll see how it goes. I ain't holding my breath. I guess Macklemore is bringing me bad luck tonight. Damn it, Macklemore. What am I going to do with it? I did get the dogs let out before the show started. Maybe some Pepsi will help. Anybody got any questions for the other 9 minutes I'm going to be here? I'll let y'all ask some questions. There's 43 people watching. Well, if we say anything, he will expect us to donate. Well, yeah, you got me there. Even my big name people ain't saying anything tonight. I guess they've all learned. All right. Shout out to Jasmine, who is in school today, getting some paperwork done. Jasmine is looking to start the workforce here very soon. Let me check our donations one more time. Let's see here. Go TC with $10. And $10 from Robert Palmer. So, yeah, we're still sitting on $20. And I gave you my health update, so I don't really have anything to go on beyond there. Well, Karen, it didn't shame you into paying the money you owe me if you're watching live on YouTube. You haven't commented, probably because you don't have a membership. Karen says he's watching the show on YouTube. Well, he hadn't said anything. He ain't got a membership, and he ain't donated. So there we go. Well, then pay your debt and get a membership. And then you'll be back in good standings with us. If not, you're going to go back to Blockville. All right. So, he'll write me here, but he won't say anything on the show. All right. All right. Well, we got 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes. We've raised $20 so far. Billy Sellers backed out of his $200. Well, they're not donations when you owe me money, Karen. You owed on your double or nothing bet you made. So they're not donations when you don't pay your debts. And I'm not giving you shout outs. I'm trying to shame you into paying the money that you owe. Oh, God. He thinks they're shout outs. We got 45 of you watching the show. We got 6 minutes left. And like I said, we were trying to raise about $25 for Ruby Mae's family's electric bill. We did get them their washer and dryer, though. They're very happy with that, but it won't work without electricity. We're trying to get vaccination shots and various other shots for her children that are having some issues medically for Mayla Lee. We're trying to help with that. That's about $25. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot of money to them. We've got nearly 50 of you watching the show now. Quite good. That's let's see. Anna Rose is needing some help. Natasha's needing some help. I think the biggest help for any one of them is $35, and the others are about 30 and less, 30 to 25. So those are the primary ones we're trying to help tonight. Nothing that's the end of the world. Matter of fact, if Billy Sellers had paid the money that he owed us, we'd be good. I'll pay it before the first of the month. And then writes me yesterday and claimed he had made the payment. This Billy, good old Billy. Did you get my payment? Well, no, you have to send it before we get it. So no, Billy. And I know he's watching the show. Same as Karen. Thanks for the shout out. You think that's a shout out when you've owed a debt for nearly a year? Did you get my $25 donation? All right, we'll count that towards. So now you owe $75. I don't remember seeing 25 from you, but we'll say you did. I don't remember seeing it. Oh boy, got 51 of you in here right now. Oh. This show's about helping people, guys. That's why we do it. I know this isn't like the typical podcast that you all watch, where they never. I won't even get into it. Edge is watching the show. I think he's been working a lot of nights lately. And so anybody with any questions? We got 4 minutes left. Well, we've already made 20. And we're trying to raise at least 60. That'll take care of 2 of the families we're trying to help. Not all 4 of them, but that will help 2 of them. Maybe we can help the other 2 on Thursday. I don't know. We make 20 before. Yeah, well, we got 20 in the house so far. We got 10 from TC and we got 10 from Robert Palmer. And be nice if we could make it at least 60. But we'll see. Good Chris is watching the show. He ain't donated anything. Looks like John Van Winkle's watching. John Whelan, my old high school buddy. I'm supposed to have dinner with him Thursday night. Daniel Limley might be watching. I don't know. We got 3 minutes left. Hi, Eunice. Eunice is in school right now. Gwen is in school right now. Honey Rose is on job assignment. This is her last week of on-the-job training of 250 hours of free work for a Filipino company. Give them 15 more. You raise 20 more, and I'll match it. Well, all right. We'll go till 9:55. That'll be 17 more minutes. We'll go to 9:55. Like I said, we got 20 now. We need to raise 20 more to get you to match it. So we'll see. So are you matching the total of 40, or what are you doing? Make me clear. 53 people watching the show. Very few wanting to help. Oh, we've had 274 people watching the show. Very few wanting to help. Maybe that Trump bill passing today, everybody thinks they're broke now. They're all off Medicaid and Medicare over the next couple of years. Samantha Cornett. I cannot believe that is her last name. I just found that out. I just got her email from her. Born on my birthday. I can't wait to write her and tell her about that. She looked up the John Cena videos of where I used to manage him. And she thought that was pretty cool. Wait till she sees all the videos of me and Jim Cornette. Now, she doesn't spell her name the same, so apparently they're not related. I went to school with a girl named Cornette. She spells her name differently, too. She graduated high school with me and spells her name different. I'll match every dollar from now till the end. Well, there we go. Well, we got 15 minutes, guys, and Adam says he'll match everything that we make between now and the end of the show. So if Adam's going to do that, let's go 20 minutes, and let's see if we can $10 Adam to death. Kieran, I know you're watching the show. Make $25 right now, and then Adam will match that. That'll be a $50 donation, Kieran. You'll actually have done some good to this show once in the past year. You did $25 2 months ago, and you're proud of yourself? Okay. All right. It wasn't a donation. You still owe money on a bet you made. When you pay off a bet, that's not a donation. You made a bet, then you couldn't pay it. Then you went double or nothing hoping you'd win. And then you lost that bet too on those beloved Padres of yours that can't buy a win. You had to pray for a goddamn rain out so you wouldn't lose tonight. Way to go. Yeah. Well, don't worry about how much weight I've lost and make a $25 donation and turn it into $50. Good God. Yeah, he's going to be blunt. 20 minutes, that's it. Yeah, well, 20 minutes is it. 19 now. Hadn't motivated anybody to do anything yet, but, you know, we're working on it. We're working on it. He says he'll match every dollar we make in the next 20 minutes. I thought TC had donated 10 more, but maybe Bob Hazelwood, if he's watching, he can do. Nah, he ain't gonna do anything. Oh boy. All right. Let's see here. Maybe I can reach out to some people that ain't donated in a while. Oh, here we go. Here's a little help. Here's a little help. Daniel Limley just donated $20. There's a little help. Thank you, Daniel. See if I see that in my email or not. I saw it light up on PayPal. Do we have email notification? Yeah, the email notifications are coming through a little slow for some reason. But a PayPal notification came through. I'll donate when I get paid again. It's the first of the month. You've owed the money for a fucking year. I don't know. Yeah, Robert Palmer with $10, Daniel Limley with 20, Tyler Cox with 10. So we've raised 40. And we got how long we got left? 13 minutes. And Edge says that's it. He will match everything that we get in. I got some weekends off coming up. I'll holler at you. Okay, well, when you're Michigan Mike, man, we could really use your help right now because Edge Copeland, who just commented above you, says that he's matching all donations we get between now and 10 o'clock, which is 12 minutes. He will match everything we get. I hope this ain't asking too much, but if you could do 35, that's basically a $70 donation because he will match that. Daniel Limley just sent 20. So he's going to match that. Tyler Cox sent 10. He's going to match that. Robert Palmer sent 10. He's going to match that. And I think Adam's coming to my home soon to pick up his Undertaker pictures. He's got to come down here in a couple of weeks. And so he's going to, and he had bought a couple of Undertaker pictures a little while back. And there we go. Michigan Mike, man, thank you, Mike. I really appreciate that. Michigan Mike was not able to stop by and see me on his way coming through. His friend had gotten sunburned pretty bad down in Nashville. And so they had to get on back to Michigan. Yeah, I just booked a hotel today in Saginaw, Mike. How far is Saginaw from you? And the girl's name is Samantha. She goes by Sammy. And it turned out the girl's last name is Cornett. And I just found that out when the show started tonight. I got an email from her confirming the booking of the hotel for 3 days for our sales rep. So she's very nice. We got along extremely well. I told her about my squirrel named Selfish Sammy, but I never got around to her last name. I said, yeah, I said, I had a dog, Choco, birthday March 16th. Me and my son have our birthday March 16th. She goes, oh my God. She says, my birthday's March 16th. I said, don't tell me you were born at 3 p.m. in the afternoon because we were born at 3:09 at 3:15. She was born at 10:15 in the morning. Okay. Yeah, I've booked Saginaw before, but it'd been about a year ago. And so let me check those donations again so I can keep Edge up to date on what we're doing here. Gwen is needing help with a nebulizer. She's got asthma real bad. We got her medication and something yesterday that came to about $25. But now she needs a nebulizer of her own. She's been borrowing Eunice's family's nebulizer, but she needs a different one. So thank you, Michigan Mike, because basically, damn you, Mike. There it is. I knew that was coming. So Michigan Mike donated 35. Daniel Limley donated 20. And Daniel's good for about 15 or 20 on every show we do. And we really appreciate Daniel. Tyler Cox is always good for 10 or 20 on every show. We appreciate that. So the total donation so far. So now, with the help from Edge, we've turned it into a decent night. We got 35 from Michigan Mike, 20 from Limley, so that's 55. 10 from TC, that's 65. And 10 from Robert Palmer, that's 75. I would love to make another 25 more in the next 14 minutes. We're here till 10 o'clock. We got 14 minutes to go. And if we could make another 25, that'll be 100. I guess Adam's going to match 100. He's done it before. And Adam, for you doing that, I know that you wanted. Your Undertaker pictures. If you're going to match that 100 tonight, if there's a third picture you want, let me know and I'll make sure you get it, along with your water bottle, your flag, your boss badge, and all that. If there's a third picture you want for doing that, because we got 50 people watching the show. So maybe out of the 50 people watching, we can raise that other 25. And that'll be a $200 night, and that'll take care of all 4 families that we're trying to help tonight. Maybe even a 5th family that have needed help. And we helped a lot of people when you guys aren't donating, because me and Bob do that. We get, some people can't wait for us to do a show. Their electric might be about to be cut off. They might not have rice like Mayla Lee's going through right now. They need rice. Just sent $20. You said you answer questions, King. Adam the Drew. Well, Adam, let me see where your donation went. And if you send a donation, I'll answer your question. Where did you send it, Adam? Let's see here. Yeah, I don't have anything so far, Adam. But if you make a yeah, we got TC's donation, Robert Palmer's. Adam says he sent it to PayPal. Well, let me go look. No, we got Michigan Mike's, we got Daniel Limley's, and we got Robert Palmer's. We don't have anything there yet, buddy. How much did you send? Adam the Droog. No, we don't have it. Well, I mean, I can't charge Adam Copeland for a donation that I don't have. I could make some shit up, but you know, that wouldn't be right of me to do that. So I can't do that. Adam, if you have me on Facebook Messenger, you're welcome to send me a screenshot of it. But no, we don't. I can't charge Adam for what I don't physically have. But we really would like to make 25 more. That would be great. Gwen says she'll be fine. Well, we're working on it, Gwen. We're working on it. Well, you've only had a year. Yeah, so Kieran says he will donate when he gets paid again, but he doesn't bother to tell us when that is. Only he knows when he gets paid again. A year ain't been enough. I will do that, Adam, I promise. 20, it did say it may take time. Really? Okay, I've never heard that before. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to be nice, Adam the Droog, and I'm going to trust you at your word. What is your question? And now there's sometimes it'll say it'll be a while before I get the money, but I'll get the notification that the donation has been sent. Show me the. Yeah, go ahead, Adam. Ask your question. Honey Rose is letting us know that she is in her final week at work. Friday will be her last day. We have already made arrangements for her and a friend of hers to have dinner there in the area. I think it's going to cost $10 to have dinner in the area there on her last day. They're going to go to some burger place and get them something to eat. Jasmine wrote not long ago, and we were going to try and help her have a celebratory lunch or dinner for graduating college. I said, what would you like to have? And I didn't understand her at first because we were video chatting with her family. And I didn't understand what she was saying because I'd never heard a Filipino say that before. And I said, type it to me. So I read what she types me, and it said beef tips. I said, oh my God. I said, I don't think I've ever seen a Filipino tell me that they want beef tips as their meal. You know, if we're going to help them get something maybe they haven't had in a while. She said she had it years ago and loved it. And but she lives on an island that does not sell beef tips. But when she goes to the university where she goes to school, they have a couple of places that have it. So we told her we're going to help her do that. Okay, Honey Rose showing me what she does at work. Well, the charity work, 250 hours and they wanted her to buy them dinner her last day, not the company buying the two people that have been donating their time. 500 hours combined on the job training that the university tells them is mandatory or they can't graduate. I wish we made enough money on this show that we could pay these kids when they have to do that shit. But Anthony Scaramucci's come. Oh, by the way, we got confirmation. Anthony Scaramucci, the former White House press secretary, White House communications director, owner of Skybridge, big deal on MSNBC and CNN, will be here August the 26th as it stands right now. It could be switched to the 28th. August the 26th, sometime after 1 o'clock. So, Adam the Droog, what is your question? And we're just going to take your word for it that you sent 20, but it has not gone through as of yet at all. It is not showing up on PayPal, my notifications or anything. I don't know why. I've never had that. Now, I have had a PayPal donation come through and it'll tell me I'll get the money in 2 or 3 days. I've seen that happen, but I don't know. But we'll take you at your word. If that's cool with Adam. Adam's the one that said, go ahead and ask your question. But we can't answer the question if you don't ask it. So, Adam the Droog, you have 6 minutes to ask your question. As at 10 o'clock, we'll be rolling. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I'm new to the show. No, you're not. I've seen you in here before. I've seen your name in here a few times. I'm new to the show, so forgive me if this has been asked of you, or if it's, well, we answer silly questions all the time. If you had gone to the WWE, well, I did work for them for 10 years. Who out of the OVW guys who went to the WWE would you like to have managed? Well, I mean, that was my job for 10 years, was training guys to go to the WWE. So I think you're meaning if I was an on-camera personality, and I was on 1, 2, maybe 3 WWE shows as a bit character. One of them involving Kane and Rob Conway. And 2 friends of mine got on too. That was at Rupp Arena in Lexington. And yeah, there were 2 or 3 times they used me as a bit character. Nothing to get overly excited about. The pay was $350 per episode. And but yeah, you get in line at the end of the night, like in the old independent days, and wait for them to pay you. And so we had to get in line, and I didn't even know what I was going to get paid, if anything. They just asked me if I would do these segments, and I agreed. But my 2 friends did not get paid. Chris Turner was one of them from Oldham County, and his brother Matt, and they had to get roughed up by Kane, and they didn't get paid, which I thought they should have. But they paid me $350 for those little bit segments, and that, I guess that was the going rate back then. I have no idea what it is now. Basically a Paul Heyman, I'm guessing. So the question is, had I been an on-air character like a Heyman or Cornette briefly when he was there, who would I didn't really want to manage Cena because I didn't think it was needed. Because Cena was such a good talker, he didn't need me. Heyman has been implemented with people that weren't that good at promos. Roman Reigns has not always been good at promos. So normally wherever Paul Heyman goes, it's someone that really needs the verbal help. And as good as Cena is, I even felt at OVW he didn't need me that much. But we worked good as a team because we clicked good together. So even though I thought it was a waste of time at first, I mean, goddamn, man, this guy's good. He doesn't need me. But he worked so good with me and Sean O'Hare, and then in tag matches with Ric Flair and David Flair down the road. It worked, but it probably shouldn't have, because he was kind of the antagonist to me, to where Rico worshipped me and called me dad. Cena was always taking shots at me, and for comedic effect. And as Cornette has said before, funny's funny, but funny don't draw money. And some thought Cena was trying to be too funny instead of using me as the heel manager to get him more heat. Rico used me to get him more heat. Everybody knows I'm agnostic and don't a bit more believe in God and the man in the moon. But I would pray in corners with Rico, showing the disdain on my face that, oh my God, I don't want to do it. Go, well, whatever, Rico. And then we'd go pray in the corner. So managing Rico would have been good because I could have got Rico more heat, and we knew how to work good together. So Rico would have been good. Might have gotten some more mileage out of his career. Just for we knew how to work with each other. Not that Rico wasn't good at what he was doing, because Rico more or less became a manager himself when he went up, a manager that could take bumps. That's more or less what he was with Billy and Chuck. And you could throw him in 6-man tags and all that. He also, God, who did he beat on? Did he beat Ric Flair on TV? I think he did. I think it was Ric Flair he beat. You could have made Batista. Me and Batista back then didn't get along real well. I would have accepted the challenge. I mean, it would have been fun. Let's face it, Batista's verbal skills were not that great then, but he didn't have to be in OVW. He was a fucking lizard monster that rose from the sea. So let's see if we ever got that other $25 or not. And he says we got 20 coming. I'm going to take him at his word. And if it doesn't, then I'll have to let Adam know that. Nope. No, it still ain't coming through, buddy. I don't know. If you have me on Facebook Messenger, do you wrestling a sport or entertainment? Mike, I don't know if I understand your question. Do I view wrestling as a sport or entertainment? Well, that's a hard one, because for those that are good at it, you have to be very athletic. Time is up, so donations are off. So if you're counting Adam the Droog's money, I think they screwed up. I think they screwed Rico up. They had Adrian Street thing. Well, he got permission from Adrian Street to do that. I don't know if you know that or not. And I already now know who Adam the Droog is. So you gave it away. So I know who Adam the Droog is. And he got permission from Adrian Street to do that. And we had something come through at the buzzer, because it's 10 o'clock right now. So this one will count. KGM has done $5. Hey, King, do you still do Cameo? Yeah, sort of. I haven't even looked at my Cameo in forever. So if anyone's made requests to me on there, I blew it. But I still have a Cameo account. I can barely read that, guys. The way the color is on here. Let me see if I can tone the color down. No, that didn't help. God damn. Something about muscular dystrophy. Buddy, I cannot read that. I need a promo out to help. With that background, I am just write my Facebook inbox. See here, you donated, looks like €5. So that actually gets us to 100 even. But no, he wrote Adrian Street to get permission to do that. He sure did. And Miss Jackie was a good addition to them. Miss Jackie was with us at OVW, and a lovely person, from what most people said that worked with her. She wasn't that good in the ring, from what a lot of people have said. And I take wrestlers' words for that. But no, go back to Mike's question, and the donation cutoff is on. The $5 did come through, or the €5 came through at exactly 10 o'clock. And so counting the 20 that Adam the Droog says that he sent, that is exactly $100 for the night. And so Adam Copeland, you're the one that told me to take his question. He needs a promo to keep his spirits up. Well, I need to find a way. Write me on Facebook Messenger, KGM. Just find me on Facebook, send me a friend request, and I will send him a video through Facebook. That'd be the best and easiest way to do it. And I'm not going to charge you for it, for what he's going through. I ain't going to charge you for it. Just write me, and if you donate to the show, we appreciate that. Just tell me your friend's name, what you want me to know about him, whether you want it to be a positive promo or a negative or give him shit. You know, you got to tell me what you want. But no, I'll do that for free to help him out. I mean, it's not a selfish thing you're asking me to do. You're wanting to help a friend out who's having a tough time. So I'll do that for free. Thank you, Adam, for deciphering that for me. You could probably read that. On my computer screen, on that teal background, is just all blur. And I got reading glasses on. I still can't read the goddamn thing. Yeah, you saw me picking through it. Now, if it was on a different color, like if that was a purple background, I could read it fine. But no, in KGM, for you to get that, you're going to have to send me a friend request on Facebook, and then we will be friends on Facebook Messenger. And then I can record you up to a 3-minute video there, and then you can send it to your friend however you know how. But no, I'm not going to charge you for it. I charge you by having you help me support and help our people here. But I normally on Cameo, I think it was $50 a promo. I think is what I charge there. But no, this one I'll do. Courtesy of Adam Copeland, because Adam's making a nice donation tonight to match what everybody else has done tonight. So he said he would match the 100 that we raised tonight. That 10 o'clock donation came through on my clock. It said 10 o'clock straight up, and it was €5 anyway. And everybody else was before the buzzer. And Michigan Mike, I mean, I think sports entertainment is the best way to call it. It is pro wrestling, or wrestling, as some people would want to say. Jerry Jarrett would call it wrestling. But anytime the outcome is predetermined, that is entertainment. You know, it's no longer a competition. Do you have to be one hell of an athlete, especially when it comes to the wrestlers? I was an athlete, not necessarily a wrestling athlete. In my younger days, I could have been one. But by the time I was a full-time manager and getting any fame, shit, guys, I was over 330 pounds, eventually going up to 589 pounds. They don't classify many of us in that weight category as an athlete, even though at 330, I weighed 275 pounds at Humana and could outrun everybody in the building, outshoot basketball. Hell, at 330 pounds, I was beating all the WWE guys in basketball games backstage at Six Flags. If you don't believe me, ask Mark Henry, ask Linda Miles, ask Chris Jericho, who refused to play me, ask Rob Conway, or anybody that was in Bolin Services. John Cena couldn't beat me. And let's see. Thanks for clarifying that, Adam, and thanks, Kenny. Yeah, no, I'll do it. But like I said, you have to send me a friend request on Facebook, and then we'll be friends in Facebook Messenger, and I can easily get you what you need then. And I'll probably just record it here. No, I was 589 at my worst. I got pictures to prove it. Yeah, I was 589 pounds. Then I had weight loss surgery. Pre-surgery, I went on a liquid diet for 45 days. I went from 589 to 550. And then after weight loss surgery, about the lowest I ever got was 350. And since weight loss surgery in 2019, I hang between 385 and 425. And I've gotten much healthier with my diet. I hardly ever eat bread anymore. I had some today because I had a chicken bake sandwich from Costco. $3.99, and I get 2 meals out of that. So I bought 2 of those. because I hadn't had the chicken bake sandwich in quite some time. And as of today, because when I had sepsis, I got back up to 440 again. When I had sepsis and got sick, I started gaining weight like you wouldn't believe, just out for no reason. I went from 385 to 440 in just a few months, and just was packing it on. So today I've got my new digital scales from Amazon, and I've had them here 2 or 3 days. They calculate your body fat, your muscle mass, your weight, all kinds of shit. But you have to weigh yourself for 24 consecutive hours for it to calculate all that. And today officially was the 24 hours. And I haven't had a chance to go to my phone and figure all that out yet, because my phone, my main phone is in my car. And so I'll have to figure that out. But I'll know tomorrow. But today I officially got back in the 390s again after being up around 440. So that was good to see. I remember watching you, and you weren't small, but no. At no point in my wrestling career was I ever small. My first day on OVW TV, I mean, shit, I graduated high school at 212. When I started in 1986 and got married, I was 277. 1990s, when I started to Humana, I weighed 275, so I was a couple of pounds less, and divorced. So that shed some weight. God. And when I had congestive heart failure by 2001 or 2002, I'd gone from 277 to 330. So I'd gained like 60 pounds after having congestive heart failure. And then eventually it got just to 400 and 440 and 490 and 550 and 589. And 589 was the highest that I saw. When you meet me, you mind to. When we meet, you mind to throw a punch. I was never really a puncher. I was a jabber. Jerry Lawler said I took the best jabs that he had ever thrown at Six Flags. And we didn't know he was going to do it. Just the point in the match came out that he needed to throw 3 or 4 jabs at me before he gave me the bolo punch to knock me out. Or at least he thought that was how it was going to be. It was, I had Sean O'Hare in my corner, and that was when Sean O'Hare got a chair and was going to hit Lawler with it, but instead it was going to hit me. But fortunately, Sean grabbed a plastic chair and he working hit me instead of killing me. So that went well. But Lawler, after the match, he says that is the best I've seen anybody ever take my jabs. So maybe I was better at taking punches than I was giving them. I didn't trust myself at throwing the punches like Cornette and Bobby Eaton used to throw. So I would throw broad arms like Phil Hickerson used to do. And Al Green, people like that. I felt safer throwing broad arms because I thought I could make it look good, make it look like I hurt you, but yet still protect the wrestler, which is the name of the game. So I didn't trust myself throwing punches like Lawler and Cornette and Bobby Eaton do, which are 3 of the best. You know, just to tell it like it is. Those were 3 of the best punches in the business. The Rock throws some of the worst. If you watch The Rock, he's borderline just slapping people. He throws some of the worst. But making a lot of money throwing those shitty punches. And Cena still gets ribbed to this day for people ribbing to him that he can't wrestle. Because compared to a lot of wrestlers, you know, that's not what he does. And so no, you wouldn't get anything out of having me throw you a punch other than the risk of me breaking your jaw. Oh, I can fucking hurt you with a punch if that's what you want. I can still do that. I have no doubt about that. At age 65, I can still knock your ass out, but that's not the point of a wrestling match. It's to make it look like I knock your ass out without killing you. So I much preferred to take. Hi, Natasha. How you doing? Natasha Davey. She is one of the, I call her a manager, whether she wants to accept that title or not. She's my main connection over at Five Guys. And she helps me feed my squirrels. They help me out with some peanuts every time I go over there. One of my neighbors told me that my squirrels are sponsored by Five Guys because they noticed they've been getting extra peanuts lately. So thank you, Natasha, for dropping in. I appreciate it. You doing night shift tonight, honey? What's your schedule over there this week? Over at the Five of Guys. And I did watch the highlights of Raw. Me and Jerry Lawler, the two kings, do not have Netflix, but I watched the highlights of Raw. It looked like it was kind of an entertaining show. And I forgot King of the Ring was on Peacock Saturday. I was looking for Saturday night main event, couldn't find it. And I knew they had a match over there Saturday. Well, they did. It was King of the Ring. And I didn't watch it. The only thing I saw was highlights of the Randy Orton Cody Rhodes match. That is the only match I know anything about on King of the Ring. So one night this week, I'm going to sit down and watch King of the Ring. Skim through the matches I don't give a shit about. Becky, we went to take some out, and they said because people have allergies, we couldn't do that. What? Well, you don't know the people I know. Really? They tell you can't take peanuts out? Who at Five Guys is going to tell me that I can't take peanuts out? Who? That's another tag team. Well, no one's told me that. You got all day shift this week. Well, we're going to get over there to see you one day next week. And if they do have a rule that says you can't take peanuts out, then tell them to turn their backs, because that's one of the nice benefits my squirrels love. And the squirrels get them. If anybody's got peanut allergies around here, they're going to stay away from my squirrels, because they get a shitload every day. And plus, I buy 10 pounds from Costco about every 2 months. So between what I buy from Costco and Sam's Club and what I buy and what I get from Five Guys now, the squirrels are eating pretty good. That's not true. Okay. Becky just got called a liar. Becky Adcock used to go to the Louisville Gardens with me back when I was like 14, 15 years old, with Lisa Mudd from Jeffersonville, Lisa and Sandy Mudd. Becky and Teresa Adcock were sisters that went there. And Becky was the one that looked like Farrah Fawcett Major. Everybody was in love with Becky. I was in love with Lisa. I thought Sandy was pretty good too. But I think Bill Superstar Dundee kind of liked Sandy Mudd a little bit. And Sandy was a year older than Lisa. I was Lisa's boyfriend when she was about 16, and there were wrestlers that liked her too that shouldn't. I remember having a word with some of those wrestlers, a couple of them, pointing out her age. And at the time I was 17, maybe sneaking up on 18. Lisa was 16, sneaking up on 17. And I remember having words with a couple of wrestlers going, hey, you can hit on who the fuck you want, but when they're underage and they date me, I might be 17, but we're going to, I can handle myself at 17 and 18. And there wasn't anybody there I was fucking scared of. That's for damn sure. So we had to talk about it. And then I told them who they were hitting on and they needed to quit. And they said, Lisa who? And I said, good answer. Good answer. And it would have been a good one. It wasn't guaranteed I was going to whip their ass, but it wasn't guaranteed they were going to whip mine either. I mean, just saying. Daddy Compton Phyllis. Honey, I don't even know what you're telling me. I'm joking about you knocking people out. I thought it was funny. I had to make a comment. You know me. You thought it was funny about me knocking people out. All right. Well, guys, I am 17 minutes over on the show tonight. Adam, we did exactly 100 tonight. So whenever you're able to help us with that, that would be fantastic. We'll start helping the families in need. It'll have to be tomorrow because my SendWave account is in my car and I don't have any way to send it from here. So we'll start helping everybody. Debbie Compton. Okay, yeah. Debbie Compton. Yeah, because I didn't know who Daddy Compton was. I used to work with a wrestler named Cliff Compton at OVW, who was in the WWE for a little bit. Yeah, Adam, 100 even is the total tonight. And like I said, we'll throw in a bonus picture with your Undertaker pictures as they thank you for doing that for us. And you said you're going to be down here in a couple of weeks, and we'll just have you swing by. We'll grab some lunch and get you settled up on your pictures and your water bottle, your flag, which they're up here, and your boss card. So we'll get you taken care of on everything. Just let me know what the third picture is that you want, and we'll get you taken care of on it. We did not see Billy Sellers tonight. Karen McDonald says he's going to settle up on the money he owes us. He won't settle up on all of it, I promise you. But he says he's going to. Wait. Well, what do you want me to wait for? Are you about to do your thing? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Edge Copeland has let's see, for those that need it. But well, thank you so much, man. That's very sweet of you to do that. Edge Copeland has matched every penny that we made in here tonight. He even counted the money that came through there a bit late. So we took in a total of $110 tonight, and he has matched that. So we had a $220 night tonight without a donation from Becky, without a donation from Karen McDonald. We did get a nice donation from Michigan Mike that started all this, by the way, him and Daniel Emily, and Tyler Cox with his $10 donation, and Robert Palmer with the first donation of the night, all the way from bloody old England. He was the first donation of the night at 3:30 in the afternoon. 3:39 p.m. is when it came through. Samantha Cornett wrote me at 2:53 p.m. And I got to call her tomorrow and let her know, my God, if I'd only known what your last name was today, we had a few more stories to tell. So now I got to see if I want to get motivated and go down to my car, which I don't. Are you seeing mine yet? Adam? I don't think so. Let me look. Adam says he donated 20, but it has not come through as of yet. So I'm clicking PayPal directly. We got Edge Copeland's 110, Michael Ryder with 35, Daniel Lemley with 20. Says see more. Well, let's do that. Nope. I got $1.46 cash back from PayPal. Wow. I can buy the moon now. So now everything that went to PayPal is there. Robert Palmer, 10, Daniel Lemley, 20, Michael Ryder, 35, Edge Copeland, 110. So now, for whatever reason, buddy, yours isn't there. Well, you can send me a screenshot through my MSN email, or if we're friends on Facebook, or if you want to be friends on Facebook, we can do that. I'm sure we'll get it eventually. I wouldn't think you'd lie about it, not for $20. Billy Sellers, by the way, did not honor his 200. So for those of you that are friend with Billy, and unless you're a man acting like a woman, you might not be. Isn't that a shitty thing to do? To promise for 2 months that you're going to donate $200 in exchange for a Johnson, which we discounted $150. Mr. Cena said to sell it for $350. But for Billy, we discounted it down to $200 and was even going to include a dog leash for him, like the one I have, with the BS logo on it. So we discounted it $150, trusted him to honor it. So then he didn't make the payment. Then he said, well, I'm going to make good this month. So then when we look at his friends, we know where his money's going, to imaginary women. Because none of the ones we research are not even women. They're men posing as women. Nice pictures. So Billy blocked me today when I said, Billy, your payment never went through. 6 hours later, Billy, your payment never went through. You have to make the payment before it goes through. So I thought that was very deceptive of Billy to do that, and I'm not happy with him because we've already spent the money. So I'm out the money now. I say we. I ain't got no fucking mouse in my pocket. I spent the money because I thought he was going to honor it. And I do that all the time. If someone tells me they're going to do something, hey, I can donate next week. Damn, can I have the picture? The $350 one? I'm sure we could work out something. He didn't pay the $200, so we didn't get any money for that picture. But I do have the autographed. It's autographed by both John Cena Sr. and John Cena, the wrestler. It's autographed by both of them, and Tony Atlas. I think it's Tony Atlas. Is he the one that draws those? Yeah, Tony Atlas. Yeah, he's the one that draws them. He does dot art. I don't even know the picture. Well, you're bound to know the picture. We might have it in here. Give me a second. Let me see. I think we might have it in here. Let me scroll back. Maybe we don't. That's just terrible right there. That's just terrible. Let me click out of that and let me go over here and I got to go to comments and take down that blur. That's been up to damn near the whole show. All right, hang on here. There we go. Now let me go through all the pictures. Oh, there's Blaze. I got to throw Blaze up there. We got to give them a little shout out tonight. Shout out to the sponsors here in a little bit. Shout out to Five Guys because Natasha was in here earlier. And yeah, Natasha, we'll be getting over to see you one day next week over there in Jeffersonville, Indiana. So if you want one of the best burgers around, yeah, they cost more than McDonald's. Well, there's a reason for it because I started to use that F word. Those mofos are good. I'll show a few pictures here. How we had a good night tonight. Lex Luger, Kevin Nash, regardless what some people say, myself and my son. Owen Hart and my son. I wish we had a better picture of that or a way to make that better. I'm going to work on that later. Me slamming. He was the one that was on the Monday Night Raw show with me that Kane grabbed by the throat. That's Jimmy Hatfield. That is me and Austin Idol, 1977 Rep Arena. Becky Adcock, remember those days. So that is 1977, I think, at Rep Arena. And I'm going about 212 there. Me, Adrian Reynolds, and Mike Hallman. Adrian Reynolds was murdered by the Louisville Police Department. Bill Clinton held Adrian's picture over his head at Freedom Hall when he came to Louisville. Me, my racist brother, and my mother, months before she passed away. That is me as Kenny Risen, the timekeeper, that is featured on Twitter right now. If you go to my Twitter account, you'll see where I reshared the video of a match. Me and Jerry the King Lawler, also 1977, backstage at Rep Arena. Different night, obviously. Either that or I take lots of shirts with me to Rep Arena. What else we got back here? That is one of my appearances on Monday Night Raw when I managed Rico and Cena versus Shelton Benjamin and Brock Lesnar at Freedom Hall. So that's and I managed that night and got $350. I did a little segment and an appearance, got $350. So I thought that I was going to get more for that because we main evented the dark matches. I thought the payday would be a little better, but if memory serves me correctly, it was $350. Oh, that's my before-after picture of. They measured my neck today. I said you should have measured it in 2019, but that's the before-after picture of weight loss surgery. I wasn't 589. That is me doing a personal appearance with Cornette somewhere. Probably 2018, I guess. And as you can tell, shit had gotten bad, guys. Shit had gotten bad. And I was only 550 there. It got about 40 pounds worse a little later. My sweet Choco, March the 16th, was Sunny Boy. Choco and Sunny Boy. That is the beautiful, the vivacious. We got some new pictures of her that we've done with her with that pose. We'll show those in the near future. Ruby May getting her electric bill paid for her. That was about a $25 thing there. So that'll be taken care of today for Ruby May. Our sweet little Eunice who's in school. That is our sweet little, that's Ruby May. That's Ruby May at age 15. I'm sorry, 14. She's 14 there. She's 15 here. She's got a birthday coming up November 29th, same day as Eunice. That is Mylene and her child, the only Bolin kid in existence. That is the sweet little art gel who I just adore. She's just the sweetest kid in the world. God, that is a J9E is what she goes by. Janine, I think, is her real name. That is John Cena telling people to donate with Cornette. That was from 2020 when that picture was taken. Our first promotional picture with me, Cena, and Rico. What else we got? Yeah, I didn't even know that was there, but there it is. Oh, some of the King pictures are in here that were the AI generator did. And then if you wonder what I would look like as the world heavyweight champion, well, there you go. The pictures that we still have for sale, all these are $100 or more. Rey Mysterio. We've got one or two of those Undertakers left, and I think Edge is getting one of those. We had 3 of those. Edge is getting one of them. Kurt Angle. John Cena, we still have that one. Triple H, we still have that. The Rock ought to go for more. Rock is a minimum 100. Stone Cold Steve Austin, which could be spoken for, but we've gotten a better bid for it. We're trying to get the guy. Bob let some guy have it for 80. I forgot his name. He went through Bob to get it. We're trying to get him to settle for a Midnight Express autograph picture, which technically is probably worth more because Bobby Eaton is on it. But I had a lot more of those. And we're trying to get him to settle for a Midnight Express picture because we have a $150 offer for the Stone Cold Steve Austin picture. Another John Cena picture from the Thug Life days, which if y'all saw the CM Punk parody. Shawn Michaels from a long time ago. All these are a long time ago. The other Undertaker picture. Johnny Morrison. I've got 3 of those. No one's asked for a Johnny Morrison yet. That kind of shocks me. I thought somebody would like to have one of those. Got Rikishi, but it's not signed. Gene Snitsky autograph picture. No one's asked for that. Go bigger. Bret the Hitman Hart. I'm shocked I still have that one. I've got 1 or 2 of these left of me and Cornette. Oh, this is the Midnight Express picture. And that's got Cornette, Dennis Condrey, Stan Lane, Bobby Eaton. And there's 2 or 3 of those left. The Hardy Boys, I'm shocked I still have. I thought somebody would want that. That's from the Louisville Gardens days. So there we go. Yeah. I think that's about it, guys. That's about it. Go back to the comments. Oh, there's Angela. Probably just saw the picture of her daughter. Hi. You just saw me show Art Joe. When do you want to be on the show? Adam, I'll tell you what I'll do. You tell me when it's financially good for you. And I'm going to give you the same deal that we gave Billy Sellers, who weaseled out on us. At least I know you won't. So here's the deal. And I gave Billy Sellers the same deal because Billy wanted to be on the show. Well, Billy wasn't going to fucking be on the show unless he honored his deal. And I told him, I said, you honor your deal, you can be on. I want a Hardy Boys. Okay, all right. Sure, we work it out. If that's the one you want for your bonus money, we'll get that taken care of. And but I'll tell you what I'll do. If you want to bail us out of the Billy Sellers situation, whenever you can, you know your finances better than I do. But being as Billy Sellers stiffed us, you bail us out of the Billy Sellers situation. You get the $350 poster, which John Cena Sr. said to sell them at. I got permission from him to lower it to $200. It's also got Tony Atlas's autograph on it. John Cena Sr. and John Cena. They only released like 12 or 13 of them. It wasn't many. And all the autographs are original. And so if you do that, you can come on the whole show with me and get the poster. And I'll throw in the Hardy Boys for what you did for us tonight, along with your 2 Undertaker pictures. And I don't expect you to do the send me a picture of it, please. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll send you one in your inbox. Now I've got 2 of them, but the other one has to go for $350. That was the first one they sent us, and they only did like 6 of those. And that one is in the trunk of my car because someone else said they were going to pay for it and didn't, so it never left the trunk of my car. We get fucked over a lot on this show. But yeah, it is. I'm shocked we don't have that in here. Let me go back and take one more look. How is that picture not in here? That's the boss badge you'll get. How do we not have that John Cena picture in here? I'm looking. I don't see it. I'm looking. Okay, here's one of them. That is the original. That's the one that has to go for $350. I will include the John Cena book with it and a John Cena 8x10 autograph. That's a $350 package deal. You get the book, that picture autographed by John Cena, not his father, because the other one is John Cena and his father in the picture. And I'm shocked that's not in here. But I'm not seeing it. But that's the one that's $350 that's in the trunk of my car. That is the package deal. You get the picture, the book, and what else did I say went with it? Oh, a John Cena 8x10 autograph picture to go with it, which I wasn't going to do, but I will. Because I'm shocked we still have the 8x10s, to be honest with you. And I'm looking. I am blown away that other picture's not in here. Because I thought Bob put it in here. But it is John Cena Sr. and John Cena together, signed by both, and autographed by Tony Atlas because he's the one that drew it. So there you go. So that gives you an idea. Pay for what you get. So there you go. All right. So you just tell me when that's good for you. And if you'll bail us out of the Billy Sellers situation, thank you, Billy. You burned us twice in 2 months. We appreciate you. Yeah, I guess he'll be going back to that other show and having some fun over there because, I mean, he still could honor his deal. He won't, but he could. Because that's the same shit he pulled last time. Did you get my donation? No. You have to make it before we get it. 2 months in a row he pulled that shit. I don't know what the fuck's up with him. Because y'all saw him. He's made donations before. I mean, he's made some nice ones. So I don't know why he does that shit. I don't know. You know, unless he's got somebody on that other show pulling his strings or something. I don't know. Let's see here. So yeah, there we go. Oh, I forgot to take the picture down, didn't I? And there we go. All right. Well, we hung big time overtime tonight. So Adam, you just tell me when that's good for you, if you would like to do that. But I may be willing to get that. Okay. All right. You just let us know when's good for you. No big rush. Just let us know when it's good for you if you would like to get that. And then we'll go from there. And but thank you for what you did for us tonight. And I will let you have the Hardy Boys as your third picture as a thank you for what you did for us tonight. So it is late. It's 10:36. I never dreamed I'd be here this long. But the reason I am is because of you guys stepping up and helping us help these families tonight. So greatly appreciate it. So until Thursday night at about 9:05 p.m., I am the Starmaker. No thank you to Bob. Well, Bob did set the show up tonight, so we'll thank you for that. And like I said, Coltrane's going through some shit tonight, so hopefully everything is going better there. And other than that, we will see you Thursday night, 9:05 p.m. I am the Starmaker, and I did say,